liar. Is Jax taking a lesson from Therese? Is he a pathological liar?
Well, I think if you talk to most of the cast of the Valley, yeah, except for that dude's chat that they're all on or whatever. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound,
Like
it
just
doesn't sound
bold-faced
like him.
lies, right?
Yeah, I think that's right. I mean, does that surprise us? I mean, to me, it seems like Sandoval and Jax like together. I mean, they're sort of it's like holding up a mirror to one another, you know?
Mhm.
So I think they deserve to be friends, should be friends.
Um, I
There
get
you
what you're saying. It's a little interesting. Listen, I like Sandoval. I have a soft spot for him.
I like all of them. I like Jax. We met Jax when we went out to Studio City in his bar. Lovely.
Lovely. Yep.
Amazing with his bar. Amazing. Making sure everybody has a good time. And overall, do you believe? Then I want to ask you about Meredith Marks allegedly being suspended from Salt Lake and then coming out and denying it. Because we were talking about where are all the leaks from Salt Lake this season. So I just want
We
to
got
check
a
in
new one. Yeah.
on that one. But Jax keeps saying, guys, you're missing the point here. Brittany is far more culpable for this whole downside of our relationship and marriage. And, he ultimately, I think, is kind of defending her that they met and it was sincere. But, there's stories coming out that she really kind of stalked him, wanted to be a part of his life long before the TV shows or once she kind of knew the TV shows were in the works. I'm not sure the exact timing, but do you think Brittany has a lot more responsibility for the downfall of their marriage than
Well,
she
it's
was?
funny. We have two situations here, Jesse and Michelle and Brittany and Jackson. I'm not really sure whose side I'm on with either of them. I'm kind of leaning towards Jesse's side, but then I kind of go towards I with Jackson Brittany, I gotta tell you, I'm not like strong team Brittany. I'm strong like
Really?
I think they're both complete messes. Like,
Yeah,
I just think, I don't know, it really is interesting. We never met Brittany ever without Jax. Like, this is a whole new Brittany, and just, I don't know. You know what you know what the problem for me is? I think
what?
Brittany wants to be there. I think she is a fame whore. It doesn't feel natural for me. I think she's in on it. I think she loves the drama. I think that she is just as bad as Jax when it comes to all this. I don't think it's fake.
That's what he basically says. Yeah.
I think it's a real breakup, but I think Brittany loves it. She loves seeing her name in the headlines and just, the rumor is he gets 30,000 per episode, Kristen gets 25, and Brittany gets 20, and everyone else gets like a peanuts. So Brittany,
I think that's
she's
accurate.
doing decent, and I don't know. I think it's over. I think Jax is fucking girls in the bed she saw, and he's being the dog that he is. He recently came out and said, I don't know where he said this, shocker. Maybe he's learning something at sobriety. He just said, like, I don't want a relationship. I'm just not interested. I'm like, that's not a bad thing. Like, first of all, welcome to the club, Jax. Call me. Second of all, maybe he's just realizing, like, it's okay to want a relationship, but when you want to fuck everything that moves, you can't have both unless you're a Mormon wife and you're over there in Salt Lake. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, I
Yeah,
think
point.
maybe there is some growth. I don't know where I saw it, but he was like, I just don't think I want a relationship, and it's not for me. And I'm like, okay, this is good. It's okay to say this. Say it out loud.
Yeah, good
Right?
point. I know we're kind of wrapping up, but what do you make of all this Meredith Marks? Like, do you think this is fabricated drama or do you think there's real drama? But Marks says she wasn't suspended and supposedly this was for like a bang up, blow up fight.
Now, look, I did ask Psychic Raquel about this earlier in the week. So Psychic
Oh,
Raquel has, looked into it. The cards told her where it is. So everyone should listen. Listen, the psychics are not wrong. So I'm gonna have everyone listen to that episode and just take that out of my
by the way,
purview. Yeah.
on our live show, people had
Uh-huh.
gone to psychic. I don't know if it was Raquel or one of them, but in the
Two
psychic
people.
network, and they like loved them. They like spoke so highly of it.
One of our listeners, Alex, has gone to the psychic source. with Code Velvet for a $20 reading like 100,000 times. And we have someone else that went, yes, I'm telling you, Sarah, don't knock until you get your reading. They are so spot on. But look, I think it's interesting, two things, because Meredith made a statement and she made a statement about like, I wasn't suspended, blah, blah, blah. And she said, I've never been physical in my life. And what I took away from that is I don't see Meredith being
I
like
know.
she's a lawyer. I'm not just because she's a lawyer, but like when you're a lawyer, you know what you can do and you know what probably will get you in trouble. So I just don't see Meredith losing her shit enough to get suspended. That's me. But I do find it interesting. Did anyone ever use the words physical? Because I thought Meredith used that word in her statement where no one else did, that's the only interesting thing that I picked up on.
By the way, I think just to give this context, this whole situation is apparently that Marks got physical with Brittany Bateman.
Right.
That there was
But did
some
anyone
physical.
say physical? Because I didn't see that anywhere in the suspension rumors. Read that she was suspended because she called Bateman a pedophile and an anti-Semite, which I don't even know if that could really get you suspended. But I just thought it was weird. I didn't see anything that mentioned physical. And then when she made her statement, she said physical. So to me, that was like if the police knock on your door because like there's like, I don't know, there's a intruder in your house that you don't know about, and they knock on your door and you say, I didn't kill OJ. Well, you probably did. You just outed yourself. That's the only weird thing that I personally picked up on. Why
Hmm.
did Meredith use the word physical? I didn't see physical. Maybe, I mean, there's the underbelly of the internet. Maybe they're on Reddit saying this. I just didn't
Well,
see it anywhere.
apparently, before Marks even posted her status, there were claims that the suspension report was untrue. Entertainment writer Bright
Yes.
Sander posted on
Hmm.
X. I don't know where this got started, but I've been told Meredith Marks was, quote, not suspended from Salt Lake City filming. In addition, an insider told The Sun that Marks was unhappy about this gossip. She is not pleased about the rumors, the nastiness, pun intended, the source shared ahead of Marks' post. And Mark's team would not be surprised if the call was coming from inside the house and Brittany was leaking all of this to stay relevant. I like Brittany Bateman, though.
That makes more. I just don't see, I mean, psychotic Kelly Dodd, yes. Who else? Teresa with the table flip? Sure. Anyone else loose, like a loose cannon? Most of the loose cannons are fired. Anyone else? Like I can't see Meredith.
I can't either. I can't
Bryn
either.
Whitfield? Sure. Meredith Marks? No,
Is
she knows
Bryn
what
going to
she's.
turn out to be just a con artist and a
Yes.
high-end thief?
Yes.
Oh,
I think Brit's got a
my
grift going on.
toucan,
Yeah.
my
No,
LA
not that
County
one.
tattoo.
I'm talking Brit Whitfield from New York City.
Oh, that one, Bryn
Yeah,
Whitfield.
that
Okay,
one. I'm
okay,
talking that
okay,
one's on the
okay.
grift
Oh,
somewhere.
oh, oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
She's on the
You're not
grift.
buying that she's a seven-figure consultant, darling.
Correct.
Actually, I
Correct.
ought to see. I ought to sign up for Louis' TikTok uh business, and I ought to see
Oh,
if I can reach out to Bryn and book a $600 an hour consulting and see if she'll help me. I mean,
and I'm doing a big expose. I'm doing a deep dive on
I love an ex.
Kelly Dodd and Teresa are involved in some shady business together. And I don't want to get into it now, but this is like an actual deep dive where like a guest is going to come on and it's like a grift. So
Oh,
I'll take care of those two. You go.
God.
And by the way, I told everyone you were signing up for Louis' thing. Weren't you going to sign up for Louis' thing?
Made
And
a
yes,
note.
I
Sign.
do think you should contact Bryn Whitfield for marketing your podcast, I guess, and see
Yeah,
what it is that she wants to offer you. And I don't even think it's going to be 600, honey. I think she'll probably want like $1,000 an hour.
let's experiment.
You do that, and I'm doing a deep dive on Dodd and Teresa. There's a
Well,
business they're involved in, and it doesn't my sources are it's not kosher. I just sit here minding my own
left us with a
business.
cliffhanger. I can't wait. I thought they were friends. I didn't know there was any
Wow.
business.
It's like I listen, I'm gonna do a whole deep dive on it. Someone's gonna come on, they're gonna be a guest.
Oh my God, my CO2 laser face is getting so scratchy thinking about all the tea.
Hopefully, I mean, it looks good.
Does it? Thank you.
It's still burning off.
I cannot. I mean, God bless Pam Anderson, but I can't do the Pam Anderson. I just can't.
I thought she looked good at the Met Gala.
Oh my God, are you kidding?
You
Ugh.
didn't like, you didn't
Oh, no.
like the
First of
hair.
all, these fucking bobs. She and who's the other actress there that's very famous and been in everything and just won an Oscar? Zoe Saldana.